And welcome back for our final part, part 4 of week 8. And the camera wipes, and Viatar, you're sitting at the back to tank. Placing the piece in. I'm going to need you to make a mechanics check versus a 3 purple. But 1 boost die, because you've already got it torn apart.
Can I give him unassisted help? Because I know this is very important. Or
Do you
untrained
have
help.
mechanics?
I'm not trained, no.
Yeah, I'll give him another boost die. Why not? You've already
I give him an extra
everybody
pair of
those
hands. You know,
legs.
sometimes it's good to have people handing you tools and shit, so.
Yeah. And there's a spare hand in the hangar still. No. So go ahead and roll it with 2 blue, 3 purple.
You see Viatar walk out. He's like, look what I found, another hand. Well, all right.
Maybe we can use it to help the back of the tank work better. Add a little spice to it. That's how they work, right?
Oh! Yeah, the moment he puts the valve in, you guys start dumping bottles in, and you see it starts circulating already. There was nothing wrong with it, just a clogged valve.
All right. I'm like, I look over at Grick, and I'm like, you got it from here?
Yeah, I can get them in. They have a hoist
right.
on these machines.
All right.
So
I head back up to the cabin up there and take care of trying to repair the sensory equipment.
yeah, so DamJam, basically Grick starts while you're unconscious ripping pieces of the holocron out using a scalpel and setting them on a tray, and then once you get in the tray, he takes all your clothes off, and the little white diaper he slides you into, tightens it as much as he could on this thing. I imagine Sirius is holding DamJam's unconscious body up.
Yeah, but while he was getting the holocron chips, I'm going to secure Grod's credit chip on myself. That's vital
Grod's
to
awake.
his success. Oh, well, good.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Like,
No, I just want to make sure
I'm
that
just
Grick
gonna
didn't get
take
his
this,
hands on it.
Grod, and Grod's like,
Because it's Grick's, right? Like I'm trying to keep Grick from finding it. Yeah, so I'm helping him for sure. No problem. I'm on that.
Yeah.
I've been like hovering over DamJam. Like I'm really concerned for him.
And as he's fitting him into the little diaper piece, he's like, all right, I need you to put the rebreather on him. We're going to lower the clamps, and then once we lower the clamps, we'll start this up. So DamJam's body's lifted up and lowered into the back and as soon as he does that, you guys continue filling the back up with the bottles. Grod, you're just kind of sitting tight?
Yeah, I got a broken arm. It's, it's on some
You're
good
like,
medication.
hey, guys! Yeah, so you're just sitting tight. Did you know that Grick was a doctor in his former life?
Well, I
Like,
imagine
would Grod have known?
we met on Coruscant, so, I mean, I would imagine he was drunk 24/7 all the time.
Yeah, when you first met him, he was drunk and had no home. And
Yeah. Okay.
it's up
Well, I
to
mean,
you
I
if
would
you guys talked about
know
it.
about his family life. I would probably.
If you know about his
imagine.
family life, I will give you this story. You know he had a wife and kid, and he worked for somebody very powerful. And when they decided that they didn't need Grick anymore, they blew up his apartment while he was out shopping.
And killed his wife and kid.
Yep. And then a bounty went out on his head shortly after.
So I don't know if I would know that he was a competent doctor.
Probably not. Yeah, you saw him when his life was in pieces. By the way, the only reason why Grick revealed that he's a doctor, because I operate with index cards in my flowcharts, was because Grod had that heart-to-heart moment, and even though it was fake as shit, Grick believed in it, so... So yeah, DamJam's sitting in there. Viatar, I need you to roll a mechanics check of 2. Actually, it's a computer's check. I'm sorry, computer's check of 2.
All right.
That is so many advantage, I'm going to give you the success. That is insanity. Apparently it was user error. Grod accidentally put the thing in sleep mode.
Yeah. All right.
So the moment you fix it, sensors are back up.
All right. So like I said, I go in and I set the programming so that it gives me like every 10 minutes it does a
Perfect.
scan of the area.
I need you to roll
And then,
perception against 3 purple because that's sensor check.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so no,
It's a
you aren't
damn-
able to scan. Would you like to reduce the strain or pass that on to the next person?
Yeah, I can go ahead and reduce the strain. I've got at least a couple. All right. Yeah, moving on.
Yep. So we're gonna cut back into the medical facility, and DamJam's in the back and you just see Grick when the time is right. He presses something against the glass, it goes psh, and injects something, and you see DamJam's body twerk like it's been electrocuted. And he nods. All right, he's gonna need to be in here for a couple hours. And Grod will have to be in there for a couple hours as well, but it seems like everything's good. He is awake if you want to speak with him. He just won't be able to communicate back. You're muted, Sirius.
Oh, I'll nod to Grick very, very thankfully. I'm basically just flabbergasted at his new ability of being useful. So this is great. I was basically ready to space his ass just because all he did was cause trouble. Now I could deal with trouble if you actually have some useful talent to provide. That's straight. So I'm very happy with Grick now, and I'll turn to DamJam solemnly, and I just look at you deep in your eyes, man, and yeah, I know you can't, you don't know that I was the one that crashed it, but I'm gonna use the force, and I'm gonna sense your thoughts, and I'm gonna say to you, it's going to be all right, DamJam. I know.
You use the force to
strange.
make a connection with DamJam, and you realize just like you would make a connection with a holocron, you can sense force users in the nearby area.
Oh, fuck me. So I start to say this shit to DamJam, and you seem like kind of start looking around kind of weird, and then I trail off. And then but I look back and I say, everything's going to be all right. You'll be out soon.
He says this to you with the force, and you could definitely communicate back with him that way. But everything that the holocron can and was used for, you can now do passively when you tap into the force.
Oh, nice.
You
Right.
are now the holocron.
Oh, shit.
One. We are Legion.
All right. Let me make that note down. All right, so
The funny thing is, Chris and Archie, they're the ones who know what this thing does out of characters, so
Yeah,
it's
man.
gonna be funny.
yep. Okay. So DamJam's still in that process of trying to put the pieces together. He knows that there's something. He's experiencing what he experienced before, which was more him communicating with the holocron through, what little bit of meditation he knew and had picked up through his travels. And now it's different. He doesn't even have to meditate. It's more like it's just automatic thought. Like his piloting, it's just boom, boom, boom. So he's having a hard time trying to grasp that at the time, but it's starting to come to more of a realization of what's going on.
You start to sense a strong feeling of guilt coming from Sirius.
And DamJam, sensing it, will just kind of give Sirius a nod that he's, everything's cool. It'll be fine.
You can communicate with the Force if you want. Even though you can't talk, you can...
I would think that it would be more because he's He's still in those very early stages, so he's not realizing the full magnitude of the force. So I think it would come out more not as, you know, speaking as more as that Sirius would more sense the emotion coming from it more.
Yeah, so you feel a blanket of sincerity and a blanket of release drape over your shoulders, Sirius.
Yeah, man, you definitely see it affect me physically as I realize that you're not in such a bad place that you're like, you know, you're not so fucked up. So it's like maybe we can make it. And I kind of rise back up.
And he'll look down at his leg, you know, seeing it still being worked on, but it's still mangled up. And then he'll look back up at Sirius and you know, show him his hands and, you know, kind of a pilot motion, and he'll be like giving him 2 thumbs up on that.
Sirius, you're muted again.
Yeah, so I totally take your meaning as, you know, like I can still fly, I'm good. And I smile and I give you a nod. And then I just I don't say anything else, but I don't leave. I stay right there with you.
So
I might just, you know, meditate, fall back into the force, and try to, like, you know, just keep that connection with you, balance you out, and help you feel calm.
Mm-hmm.
Viatar, you know where your flat is, and you know that giving back to tanks, you know enough that it's going to take a few hours before everybody's up to par. So if you wanted to, this might be a good time for you to go check your flat out.
All right. Yeah. So one thing. Do I feel that the ship has enough power to recharge the single fighter?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. So I in an effort to make sure that we are fully equipped, I'm going to go and make sure that the ship is set up to recharge itself. And as I pass by the med bay, I poke my head in and I'm like, I need to make a check. I just need to see at least what's still there. I give you got my personal comms, and so, and then I'm gonna attempt to make my way out. And
so yeah, you see me. I turn from the back of the tank and I say, "Have you got the ship about ready to go? Is it getting ready to go now? We'll be fine to go when you return."
Should be fine when I return. We got the sensors are back up. As far as I can tell, the ship didn't suffer any damage from the garbage truck crash. So
I'll say, very well. Do you want to take Grod? And I hand Grod like that's one of the stim packs from the med kit.
Grod, your arm is still very badly injured. It's still
I'll look at my arm and say, I don't think I'm up to it, fellas.
This is probably better a one-man job anyway. And I step back into like one of the rooms and I pull off the bodyguard stuff, because one of the things that happened when I left Coruscant, I actually changed my appearance, so people don't know this persona. So
right.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I grabbed my gear, a couple of things that I need to grab a pistol and
you don't have a pistol.
Not now. I don't.
Yeah, you'd have to
blew
borrow
up a
one.
blaster rifle. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if there was an.
There's
actual
blaster
armor.
rifles in the hangar. You guys didn't take those. You left them.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll grab a blaster rifle. Let's swing it over my shoulder and.
Okay, before you leave, Sirius, what did you want to say to him?
Yeah, I'll give you the stim pack instead, and I'll just say, may the force be with you, and hurry back. We'll be ready to go.
All right. So I double check with Grick before I check out. I'm like, is there anything specific that you need?
No, actually, this medical facility's pretty prime. We could use a droid, but that's about it. Listen, a flask of whiskey couldn't hurt.
As long as you promise to take it easy on it. Don't drain the whole thing when I bring it back.
He kind of looks back at Grod and DamJam, and as you're walking away, he says, never mind.
I'll be back. If anything changes, hit me on the comms.
I would, but the comms are jammed.
Personal comms are what they are. Anyway, yeah, I head out and make my way to the rail. Use whatever, move as quickly as possible. Hopefully, make my way into blending in with the crowd.
Yeah, it's not hard to blend in with the crowd because most of them, I mean, it's getting off the landing platform that will be the difficulty because now the crowd's gone and there's a fire brigade looking at the truck.
Uh-huh.
And
So-
they're interviewing the truck driver who claims he was punched in the face by a man in robes.
I love delusional people, delusional. I've got a landing platform big enough that I could skirt around it.
Yeah, there's plenty to hide. You just have to roll a stealth or, other similar rolls to get around without being spotted.
All right. And what about how about the trash beneath the landing pad?
Oh,
Did it
yeah,
seem
you
like
can
it
jump
was
into
just-
that, no problem.
And did it seem like it went the whole way under, or am I? looking
No,
like spawn?
apparently there's a lower platform, but the lower platform's buried in trash. And it's buried so high that it reaches the upper platforms.
All right. Well, I'm going to take that route then.
Okay.
Except to move my way over.
Yeah, you start going down and you're kind of climbing through the junk. You're avoiding all the contact. And as you're moving down this one piece, you feel something press against your head. And you smell the rank smell of trash.
Well, that's the way it works.
Do you take a look at what it is? What is your response to that?
So I actually turn around and look at what it.
Yeah, you turn around and you look, and there's a Zabrak there in Mandalorian armor. She's missing her helmet, but she's badly bruised. And she's like, take me to that motherfucker right now.
So Leotard double checks his position on the trash and is going to attempt to find a loose spot where he could fall into the trash heap.
Okay. Roll skullduggery for me, or any other skill that you think might be appropriate. Which one would you like to roll?
Let me double check. Skullduggery is pretty good.
Yeah, if you do skullduggery, it'll be the easiest. It'll be a 2.
Okay. We'll go ahead and pitch it that way then. It's just like he steps back and whoop. I hate it when that happens. All right.
Oh my
right.
goodness. So you turn around acting like you're going back to the ship and you slide through. The threat is that you take 3 wounds because of how far the fall was. But apparently the trash heap is hollow and there's a homeless colony living in here. And you just go
Right on.
into some more trash down at the bottom. And as you look up, you see her head. She's peering in and she's like, "Get back here!" She screams at the top of her lungs.
And I don't know anything about her pistol not working, so I'm just kind of laughing. I'm like, okay, I'm moving.
Yeah.
I just get up and start moving.
You get up and start moving, and there's burning barrels down here and a bunch of homeless people. There's an Athorian standing over one glaring at you. He's cursing at you. But yeah, you now realize mentally you're imagining it, and this is actually the level you need to be to get to your flat anyway. So if you can get out of the homeless area, you might be able to find a taxi, or maybe even a tram.
All right. And
All right, so we're gonna cut back over to the crew on the ship, and we're gonna speed up time a little bit, and we're gonna say that Viatar's been gone for 4 hours. And Grod gets pulled out of the back to tank. Both of you are feeling much better. I want your wounds to be at 0. I want your strain to be at 0. For both Grod and DamJam. And go ahead and erase your criticals. Click the heal button. Yeah, Sirius, were you in there until they came out?
Yes, well, at least for DamJam.
Yeah, fuck Grod.
Well, no, it's not that. It's
I know.
just
I know.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Grick is kind of doting on Grod, so I'm kind of doting on DamJam.
DamJam and Sirius, what have you guys been talking about the last 2 hours since DamJam's come out?
What do you think, man? I mean, I would just kind of be meditating, standing up, and just trying to stay balanced and stuff. Because I'm still, I still haven't had a good rest.
Maybe it's time for Sirius to try to show DamJam how to meditate.
Yeah, man. I'll say I ask you to sit in between, or sit on the other side of the pieces of the holocron with me, and I'll tell you to. We'll use move because you have move as well, right?
Yeah.
And I'll ask you to help me hold them in the air and like move the little shards around and focus on them and meditate through that, like keeping them moving, keeping your mind clear and just having that happen.
Okay.
So he starts doing that. DamJam starts floating the holocron pieces up on his own, closing his eyes, meditating. What are you doing, Sirius?
I'm meditating as well, and just I'm not moving them, but I'm feeling him move them through the force.
Yeah, it's a little clumsy, definitely unrefined. You remember your master used to call it choppy. It wasn't consistent, even though the pieces were hovering just fine. He's not consistently applying enough power to him.
I'll mention that. I'll say, be consistent in the amount of pressure that you apply through the force. You can feel it guide your actions. Let it knows what it needs to do. Don't force it. Surrender to the force.
DamJam will, he's actually trying to physically, like, move it, and he just kind of starts letting off and just imagining the pieces themselves, just spinning like this.
As you do that, DamJam, you pick up an image. Something Sirius is thinking about, but he's not aware he's thinking about it. Almost like a subconscious image. And you see Cooper strung up on a wall with his arms and his legs split. And he's screaming out in pain. And below him are 2 Imperial officers cutting at his flesh, with the gentleman standing there with his arms folded behind his back. Very gaunt, long face and gray hair. And he's just staring at Cooper's eyes. So, are you going to tell me where Sarah is? Cooper's like, piss off! Then he looks at the other Imperials and nods, and you just see Cooper, reflex in pain again. And then the image is gone. But as you come out of it, you drop the holocron pieces, but Sirius, he seems disappointed that you dropped them, but it's almost like he wasn't aware you were having a vision.
And DamJam will come out of it, and not realizing where this vision's coming from. I don't I don't think he'd be realizing whether it was coming from Sirius or not.
I don't think so
Fully.
either.
He'll say, I think Cooper's in trouble.
When you say that, I definitely perk up and I say, I've seen him too. I think you are correct. But don't let suffering cloud your thoughts. Don't let attachment. Attachment is the path to the dark side. You must let your attachments go. And as I say that, I'm thinking of Sarah. All I'm thinking of is Sarah, because I'm telling myself this, but it's like the lesson I keep trying to tell myself, and I'm telling you instead.
Oh
It's the
my
path to
god.
the dark side.
And at that, DamJam's
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, we
Yeah.
lost him. He's this
He's
ain't
lost to the
hangouts.
dark
No,
No!
that
He
was like
lifted
the
his
most
hand.
cool scene.
DamJam died!
Man, I thought it was
Well,
just his
while we wait
leg.
for that to get back, let's go to Grod. Grod, you come out and you start moving your arm around and it feels just great.
Yeah, I'll give my arm a couple shakes and everything, look at it. And then I'll look at Grick and I'll say, Grick, I was really impressed with you today. For the longest time, I thought you were a hindrance to anything we did, but you really impressed me today. You really came through for not just me, but for this whole crew.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but just seeing you lay there all like that, all lifeless, I don't know, seeing you lay there all lifeless really bothered me.
Well, I think
It reminded me of
there-
something.
there's something we've been putting off. I think as soon as we get a chance, we need to take revenge on the people who killed your family.
Well, he's already dead. I owed Beeb 16,000 credits, and when I refused to pay, he blew up my house.
So he was the one behind it all?
That's why I was fighting you so hard.
Well, you got to tell me these things, buddy.
I didn't want to get you involved, and besides, it's something I was trying to do on my own. It was an obstacle I needed to fix, but I guess maybe inviting you in wouldn't have been so bad.
See, when you count on your friends, things just kind of fall into place, buddy.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. I'm free now.
So what are you going to do? You going to hang with us or?
Do I have a choice?
No, because we need your skills.
Ah, you always need me for something, Grod. Always looking for a handout, he says as he pats you on the back.
Says the guy who owes me probably more than $16,000
Hey.
or 16,000 credits.
Hey, I'd give them to you, honestly, if I had them.
Yeah, where have I heard that before?
I'm good for it. All I have is 200 credits.
Don't worry about it. You made up for it today. We're even.
Hey, he kind of shrugs. Well, I suppose we need to start looking for work.
Yeah, well, we got to wait for Vitar to get back first.
He nods. He's
What
been
the
gone
heck
for
is
quite a
keeping-
while. We should probably keep check on that. DamJam, you were in the middle of saying something. When he mentioned Sarah, DamJam was about to say something, and that's when you cut out.
okay. About attachment. So yeah, DamJam, not being attached as much to Cooper is what he thinks Sirius might think he is. He'll be like, but shouldn't we help him?
Yes, you're correct. We will help him. We must help all the people of paradise that we left behind. But we must not be hasty. If it would only result in our deaths, there's no. We must wait until the time is right and the Force wills us.
All right. So do we
Viatar.
between ourselves?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
all right. So do we keep between ourselves?
Yeah, so the camera wipes, and Viatar, you're coming back defeated because your entire apartment complex has been dismantled. It's no longer there. They've changed it to build this awful, ugly racetrack. But as you're walking back, you know the big racetrack screens? You notice they flicker to life. And you see a familiar face. A chrome protocol droid with a dent right in the forehead. And he goes, "Ah, good people of Coruscant. You probably don't know who I am, which is quite fine indeed. But I need your help. See, I'm looking for someone special." And all of the screens around Coruscant show Sarah's face. But it's a picture of her from Kessel. So she's beaten and bruised. "I'm on the look for this Twi'lek. And if you help me, then you'll be helping your future. Because we know what's right for this galaxy." And all of a sudden, it cuts over to this propaganda reel kind of thing where a blonde guy looks over and goes, "Hi, I've never been happy with these governments. The New Republic, the Empire, they're all the same. They want the same thing. They just hide behind different bureaucratic lies." And it shows him watering some plants, and he turns, and the camera shifts, and he goes, "We need a new direction. We need a new future." And behind him is this giant red flag with a hexagon-shaped logo in black. He goes, "We need the First Order." And then the screen cuts to an official from the New Republic going, "Disregard that message. We will not tolerate media feeds from terrorists. We are going into a condition yellow." And the moment they say condition yellow, street vendors are all boxing up, and everybody's all preparing to end the business day. It's not like people are panicking. They're just like, "Oh, well, I guess we get a free day off." Some people are partying. But Viatar, you get the weird feeling that you need to get back to the ship as soon as freaking possible.
Right.
And that's when you stop, dead in your tracks, and you look over and there's a neon sign flickering open, and the business that still remains open, it says Cybernetics Experts.
Oh, I was like, well, this is gonna have to do. So I work my way into the shop. I'm like, open the door, knock on the door frame. Anybody in?
Yeah, you open the door, and it looks like very similar to space to what you would have. There's parts hanging from the ceilings. There's a supercomputer in the back with the cage. You actually recognize a lot of these parts. And there's this shape that comes up to the counter and climbs up on a stool, and it's an Ugnaught. And he's like, come in, yes.
I'm surprised you got the pieces up and running.
Yeah, well, abandoned apartments, free loot. No gives backsies.
Yeah. I'm checking for the equipment, noticing like scorch marks and different things like that. Some of the molding and stuff around some of these pieces of equipment is like melted and whatnot. Like,
yeah, as you touch one of the things, a little zap comes from across the room, and he's got like a laser pointer that zaps you. And it's like, "Hey! No gives these backsies. This is mine now. I got it in a estate sale. I see that look in your eyes. I see the parts. I know who you are. You're broke."
That I am. And
This used to be yours, huh?
oh yeah,
No givesies backsies.
I
Come
don't
in the
want
back.
it back.
Let me take a look at you. It's the least I could do.
So, yeah, there's an odd shaped it'd be a monitor that he'd probably be looking for.
Any of the monitors that worked, he has hooked up because he's using them.
Right. Okay. And this one's a little different. Instead of being more like a flat panel, it's actually got like a old TV bulb in it.
Oh, he would have tossed that
So
out.
okay.
He'd
I'm
have been like,
like,
CRT, bullshit!
I'm like, how long ago on the estate sale?
7 months.
You recycle any of it?
Well, yeah, I wanted my money. They just
Yeah,
threw it in
well,
that
good
giant...
too.
They just threw it in that giant junk heap. It starts to
Alright.
dawn on you. The junk pile was the apartment building that they've been taking apart.
Like, great. It's gonna be forever to find that thing. Anyway, so he's like, okay. He flips a cred chip out and is like, and then he hands him a data pad that's got a list of like the repairs and priority. Like, which of these can you do right now? And which
All
of
of
them do you
them.
have the parts for? Okay. Like, it's like, okay.
Most of these
It's
parts
time.
Beeb gets for me. Whenever he does a bounty on a cybernetic, he brings the corpse here. Got a lot of
Typical Beeb.
nice used parts I could stick in you. It'd be like a
Typical
toaster, but better.
Beeb. Yeah. I'm
So
like,
that- He works on you for the next couple hours, and tells you 20,000 credits. You don't have to
What's
pay me
up?
now.
so, okay. And I get his personal information so I can.
Yeah, he gives
I
it
just
to you.
wire-
Lets you know the deal, like, you know, I'll take 1,000 a month, that kind of thing.
No worries. And
You feel tremendously better. You have no setbacks anymore. You're at full health, no strain.
so, and I look over at him and I'm like, you're gonna need to find a new supplier. Beads is woman took him out. And they're like, he's gone.
Well, shit. Bastard had it coming, I guess. Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. If you ever need a place to lay low, you let me know.
Will do.
Name's
Keep your head
Nabo.
down. All right, Nabo.
Yeah, so Nabo not waves you off. You've been in there for a couple hours. You come out and you start heading back to the ship. No more mention on the screens. Just people talking like, oh my god, how did he get access to all of the screens? Even here in the Undercity?
Yeah. Pretty intense. So yeah, I'm making my way as fast as possible. Try that. Did we lose him again?
Yeah, we did. So, that's unfortunate because this next part. So, as Viatar's making it back, New Republic ships start filtering into the Undercity like crazy as they're trying to trace where this message came from. And, Sirius, you get a notification. You get a notification in the ship that somebody is outside.
Oh, great. Let's go. I gather up my I still haven't had time to take care of my wounds and strain and shit, so I'm like, fuck.
I'm gonna say Grick took care of you.
Up.
I mean, you were waiting 2 hours for DamJam, so you're good.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I feel better. My clothes are still dirty, but my body is in much better shape. I'm slightly rejuvenated, and I'll head on out, standing tall and strong, baby.
So
Yeah,
that
so
would
you
be-
go over to the ramp and you open it, and as it lowers, there's a couple New Republic officials down below. Looks like just basic troopers. One of them steps up. Hello, may I come in?
Let me just out of game. Is it like, I mean, because I'm from Texas, baby. You don't just get to ball up in somebody's house without a warrant.
He's
What is
got
the-
it in
what
his
is the-
hand. He looks like he's holding
Oh
something.
shit. Oh, okay.
Now-
So I'm shot.
May I come in?
Now we didn't see this message either.
No.
right?
Yeah, I didn't-
We were in the ship.
Nope.
I'll say, of course, officer. But what? May I ask what's going on?
Just an inquiry. We're going around and seeing if you've seen this girl. There was a planet-wide message that just infiltrated the HoloNet, and this girl was the topic.
He shows me a picture of Sarah.
He shows you a paper picture of Sarah from Kessel.
I might need to do some type of check to hide this on my face, man.
That would be a cool check.
Okay, I'm sorry. I hate to, but I mean, that's
And I think, given the thing, it's going to be daunting for difficulty.
okay. Yeah, no, because that's definitely been on my mind a lot recently. Okay, so I play it off. I take a strain, or what do you want to do with that?
Yeah, you
threat?
take a strain. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, as
perfect
I
for what you're going through. You're
Fight
just like,
to keep my composure. I say, no, she seems. What's wrong with her head?
we don't know.
Let
What
me-
about this? And they hand you another document.
What? I'll look at it and examine
It's a
it.
picture of Dent. This is the man who orchestrated the video.
A droid?
Yes.
Why doesn't someone just memory wipe him? You want to look around? There's no one here. Let's go.
No,
Are these
it's
these
not
are
that.
New Republic?
Yeah.
These-
It's not like that, sir. We're warning you. Just keep your eyes out for these guys. They were involved in a propaganda for something called the First Order.
What's the first order?
Here, I've got the holotape if you want to take a look.
I'll keep my eyes out. Thank you, officer.
If you need to contact us, you can contact us on the Coruscant. You don't look like you're from the Undercity, so we decided to stop by and make our presence known.
Yes, we were here for the races.
Understandable. Enjoy them while you can before they become illegal again. He nods.
I thank him.
And they turn down the ramp as Viatar comes around the corner. And he's like, "Ah, sir, is this your ship?
That it is.
Did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw the video.
Recognize anybody in it?
What, the droid?
The droid or the girl? Or the blonde, for that
The
matter."
droid. The droid. I definitely recognize the droid.
Okay, and can you tell me more info about him?
Yeah. He's not right in the head.
Uh-huh.
Apparently he's
Anything
a-
else?
Got a former Imperial protocol droid, from what I could tell.
Interesting. They start writing it down. They're like, "Can you give us a moment?" And he looks to his two guards, and they're like, "It'll just be a moment." And then they go down to the bottom of the ramp, and you see them discussing stuff and looking back up the ramp. Grick's like, I got a bad feeling about this."
I say, Vitar, what the hell were you thinking? You look
Grick
better,
turns
though.
to DamJam and goes, "How soon can you get this ship off?"
And he'll just start making his way up to the pilots.
Yeah, and Grod's gonna be the same thing. As soon as he heard Vitar, he
I
started
tell-
making his way up
Yeah,
there.
tell Grod, don't take off until we're ready. But be prepared.
So, the inspector turns and goes, "Sir, your presence is requested. They're pointing to Viatar. Can you come with us, sir? And you see a patrol car approaching the platform.
It would not be in your best interest that I go with you. And with that, he's up the ramp.
Sir, no. And then they're like the ramp's like, and they start running towards their cruiser.
DamJam.
I slap you clean across the face. I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought you were the smart one, and you couldn't even lie.
Yeah, he like slaps you. You're like,
I have a presence of 1. It wouldn't have done anything. I would have failed it miserably. It was better just to tell him the truth. I was the last one to work on him, too, so, I mean...
You're muted, Archie.
I run right to the nearest console, and I call up to the cockpit where hopefully DamJam and Grod have made it, and I say, get the engines going. We've got to get out of here.
Yeah, Grod, you're following DamJam, and you hear over the PA, you hear the PA, Sirius is like, get the engines going. We got to get out of here.
I'm like, Grod, get the guns. I'm like, I head to the console for the sensors and the other computer stuff. I'm like, let's get out of here.
All right,
So-
yeah. Instead of going to the cockpit, I'll go to the guns.
There's a dorsal-mounted turret with 360-degree arc, a rear-mounted turret, which is over in the hangar, or a front turret, which is in the bridge down below.
I want the 360.
Okay, it doesn't shoot on the bottom, though. It's only on the top. So you
Yeah.
find a ladder that leads up, and there's a ball turret. And it's just your basic medium laser cannon.
As I'm passing by the med bay, I'm assuming Grick's in there. I'm
No,
like,
Grick was staying with you guys.
okay. I just don't know where he ended up. We're taking station, so that's
He
the
has
only
no
reason why.
station. He's waiting to be told what to do.
I'm like, Grick, strap yourself in the med bay, and as I'm
Got it.
passing by, I toss him this flask that I managed to pick up from a street vendor on the way in. Like,
He grabs it. Oh, thank you kindly. And
make it loud.
as soon as Viatar runs away, Grick looks down on it and then looks at Sirius and meets Sirius's gaze. And then hands the flask over to Sirius.
I say, wise decision, my friend.
I
It'll be a
don't need
bumpy
that
ride.
No more. Besides,
I'll run.
I think you need it
Yeah,
more than I do. He looks over at the picture in your hand.
I crumple it and take a shot as I run off towards the bridge.
You also have a holotape that you could play.
I'm gonna play that later. I'm gonna get to the communication console right now and try to contact our pursuers.
DamJam needs a co-pilot.
I mean, I could do that, but I have one. I mean, I'm not gonna be. I'll probably just harm him.
Your
So, I
presence
mean, I'll
is
jump in
terrible,
there.
or your perception.
Our perception? No, I could do that. Okay, I'll jump
Yeah,
in. That's straight.
perception's your
But
Viatar,
can I
what's
still
your
communicate
gunnery?
from there?
Or no, Viatar, there's an engineering post. That's right. The ship does have an engineering post. Yeah, you
Right.
could communicate.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I'm gonna try
It's
to
just
call
that
him off.
the prime
Not chatting.
the prime order of the co-pilot is to run scanners and stuff.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, so you get into the co-pilot seat next to DamJam, just like you used to in the Star's End. Maybe a pang of remorse for the old ship for DamJam, as he's sitting in the new one. And the ship takes off. Grod, in your turret, you've already kind of customized it in the time it took you guys to... Well, no, you guys haven't had the ship that long, so never mind. But the turret's all ready to go for you.
So yeah, start flipping switches on, getting ready.
Yeah, you flip switches, and it's got 2 foot pedals. Like one, if you depress on the right, it moves it right. If you depress on the left, it moves it left. And then you can move the turret with the stick as you're in the seat that moves around.
Okay, yeah, I start doing like 360s in it
Yeah, and
just to make sure
the
I can
moment
get the feel.
the ship starts to power up, you do see that there's some cruisers coming by, and they're like, "Don't take off!" And some spotlights are shining on the side of it. And these are New Republic cruisers, but you also see DamJam. Something catches your eye. Corsac is on its way.
Oh shit! Let's get the hell out of here.
Do you wait for them to let you know when to take off, or do you just do it?
Use the Force, Luke.
I'll call all ship comms. Everybody ready? We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Grick hits an acknowledge button. Medbay's green.
Engineering.
Yeah, engineering's green.
Hands on their finger on the trigger.
And then
Let's
you
go
just kind
then,
of give
damn
Sirius a look. Yeah,
Let's
and
go. I'll open it, and I open a channel. After I tell him that, I open a channel, a communications channel.
yeah, not a problem. So, the ship needs a piloting check with a hard difficulty,
All right.
and it's piloting ground, by the way.
Can I, let's see. I think
Wow,
I've got
nice. Okay, very good. So even though you're surrounded by law enforcement vehicles, you're able to take off, and you have an open comm, Sirius?
That's correct. And I will say, this is the Dragon's Eye calling security officials in the immediate vicinity. Please respond.
This is Corsac 014. What can I do for you?
Yes, I would like to apologize for my friend and request that you give me a location to drop his criminal behind off, and then we will be on our way.
Hold, please. The inspector's like, what the hell are they doing? And then all of a sudden, like, a comms comes through, and he goes, yeah, what?
I say, I don't know what this stranger on my ship was doing, but he's forcing us to leave. We will deliver him where you wish us. Where you tell us where to deliver him, and we will deliver him there.
Yeah, why don't you land? You could deliver him right here.
Say, well, one moment, please.
I love that because you went one moment, please. You actually went mute, and you're like,
Oh shit! Yeah, I hit mute here instead of like I said. I was wanted to be hitting. Yeah, I said, "DamJam, get us out of here."
okay.
So,
So, DamJam, with his excellent piloting skills, starts to take off. He needs to get up, out into orbit, or out of the Undercity, with all these vehicles chasing after him. So, Sirius said, DamJam, get us out of here. And the episode's going to end with the Dragon's Eye going heading back for the smuggler's shelf with all of these law enforcement vehicles chasing after it. And that's where we're going to stop for the day. So,
and do our tide change.
DamJam, we're going to have you go first because your internet's being a total dick face.
Take the ice storm for that one.
Yep. Slacker Z, thank you very much. I'm going to be posting, again, links to all of their YouTube channels there. Check them out. DamJam, do you have anything exciting coming up within the next few weeks? Or is it still going to be quiet time for you?
It's going to be quiet time for a couple more weeks.
Understandable.
I may have some more information the next game we run, so.
And we are definitely going to be running Ashes to Ashes again in a month. We're going to go ahead and give Chris all of the time he needs because his storylines are always elegantly done. I really appreciate your series. I get a lot of my inspiration from watching Chris. Ever since I betrayed you in that one campaign. All right. DamJam, what's the tide change?
Let's see. Better think quick before I lose my internet again. So we fly through the Smuggler's Run. And on the way, we get a communication from Dent.
Oh, Oh, I like that. All right, that's a good one. Archie, I see your eyes over there. Grod? Come on, man. Give me your tie change, fella.
I think behind the Coruscant guys, we're going to see Kyle's ship appear behind them. He was attracted when he felt something when the holocron exploded or whatever.
Yeah, okay. Turns out he was hiding on Coruscant. Good. So Kyle
Maybe he was here for the races too. Maybe you never know. Morning Bardorak, drinking some beers. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because Bardorak's dead. So he'd definitely be here mourning him. Next up, Viatar, who's played by Nate. Nate, tell me, what is the tide change for your character?
I'm trailing on the dent thing too. He actually, there was in the actual feed from Dent, there was another like sub feed underneath it that basically had all the Stars End personnel tagged in it. Have you seen?
Okay, I like that. All right, perfect. Moving over to Sirius, who's played by Archie, my man of the hour this episode. Thank you for driving a dump truck into your friends. I really appreciated that. You were right. It was just like GTA. So what is your tie change, sir?
Okay, so this may be slightly similar in repercussions to what Nate picked, but I like the flavor of it, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that for my tide change, someone recognized Sirius as a Jedi, and so I'll leave it up to you whether it's a good or bad guy for us, but just someone recognized me either from interactions with
you know what, we've got
Cooper
enough
Shippey.
Bad going on in this campaign. Let's get some good going on in this campaign. An old man recognizes you as a Jedi, well, only because he was a knight alongside with your master.
Oh,
and when the
yes.
Jedi fell, he never left Coruscant. He just went to the Undercity to hide. New master, maybe?
Excellent, yes. Y'all vote for that one, please.
Yeah. Fuck everyone else. Well, you know what?
Yeah,
It's
my
getting
bad.
hot as balls in my room. We're going to wrap this up. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, the tide changes are really starting to make this campaign crazy and hard to keep my hands on, but I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm not even going to vote, my favorite's Chris's. I love the idea of maybe the problem with the communications is because it was being hacked. Maybe that's why Dent gets in contact, but we're going to see who wins. So far, it's actually been pretty even with this group. It seems like you guys all win one in a cycle. So, until next time, we will see you in about a month. Thank you very much. And this is Yarla Goats. Thank you, Ian.